My name is Desiree. I am here to cook a cardioprotective meal. It has to do with our hearts, our veins and blood vessels, and it's really an important part of overall body health. A typical Western diet, we tend to eat a lot of saturated fats and a lot of really high sugar beverages and treats. And while they taste great, they lead to cardiovascular diseases like hypertension, which is high blood pressure, high cholesterol, which helps clog up the arteries. Cardiovascular diseases are the #1 killer here in the US, so that Western diet really is, it's hurting us. So I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious meal. Just because it's healthy, it can be tasty and delicious. I mean, look at all these ingredients I've got in front of me. Dish is gonna be a Mediterranean style salmon. So I've got some really good seasonings and some lemon and two beautiful salmon fillets. Something that I'm gonna add to the Mediterranean recipe is some raw walnuts on the salmon. It's gonna add a nice crunch, a little bit of texture to the salmon dish. So on top of that, I'm also going to make a vegetable quinoa. So I looked at 6 different quinoas and found this tricolor quinoa actually had all the best benefits when I looked through the nutrition facts on the back. All these vegetables here, onions, tomatoes, we got cucumbers here, and actually some basil and lemon zest. Those are gonna go into the quinoa dish and create like a vegetable medley in there. And then finally, I'm going to make edamame. It's one of the best vegetables we can have in our cardio, in our diet in general, but especially if we're focusing on heart health. So I am gonna add some seasonings and some garlic to that as well. Low sodium soy sauce, because sodium does lead to higher blood pressure and things like that, which we are trying to avoid here with this diet. First thing we wanna do is start that tricolored quinoa, because it is gonna take about 15 minutes to cook. That is gonna be the first thing I do. So we're gonna take 2 cups of water right into a medium saucepan. We're going to add 1 cup of the quinoa. Check out that heat going. And then I do have some kosher salt here that we're adding. Benefits to quinoa are going to be for our cardiovascular system especially. It is a very high fiber dish, so it's gonna help lower cholesterol. There's magnesium, so it's gonna help regulate our blood pressure, reducing inflammation, just improving the blood sugar in general. It's got some healthy fats in it, so like some omega-3 fatty acids. These are really good for us, really good for that cardiovascular system. So I'm going to give this a little stir. I'm going to cover it up and we'll cook it for 15 minutes. I've got a baking sheet here and I've already lined it with baking spray, and because we are doing our heart healthy diet, I used this olive oil cooking spray so that it's a healthier oil for our cardiovascular system. So the reason that I'm cooking salmon today is very high in omega-3s and potassium. Those things help lower blood pressure. They reduce the triglycerides in our system, decrease inflammation. All of that's gonna lower the risk of stroke, heart disease, cardiovascular mortality, things like that. And then what I'm gonna do with the salmon is I'm gonna put it on our baking sheet. We've got kosher salt, black pepper, cumin, and chili powder. And these seasonings are really big in the Mediterranean diet, because cumin and chili powder, like these, even pepper, these guys are going to help boost metabolism. They're going to promote digestion. It's not just cardiovascular health, it's also overall health. So it promotes lower blood sugar. It's going to help with lowering our cholesterol. So I'm gonna take these seasonings and give it a nice sprinkle over each of these salmon fillets. Because we're broiling in the oven, it's gonna be a high temp, get it nice and crispy, and the inside of the salmon should still be a nice like medium. Our lemon wedges right on the pan. Lemons are really good to help boost our immune system. They actually aid in absorption of the other things that we're eating, to help support like healthy collagen levels, things like that. So lemons are really, really good. That's gonna help also with our cardiovascular and digestive systems in general. So we're gonna put it on like the lower half of the oven. We don't want the top to burn before it can cook through. The third part to our meal is going to be the edamame. They are hugely beneficial for our cardiovascular health. They've got all 9 of the essential amino acids that our body needs for muscle growth, tissue repair, and immune function. So they're really beneficial for overall body health. But they also help with our blood sugar levels. They improve the cardiovascular health. They're basically a superfood. So fiber, protein, they're just really, really awesome. Folate or folic acid, vitamin K, just really a good overall snack. So water over here for the edamame is boiling. So I'm going to toss that in there. And we want this to boil for about 5 minutes before we do a little pan sear to add some flavor to them. And while those are going, I'm gonna add all the vegetables to our quinoa. So after it's sat for 5 minutes or so, you want to give it a little fluff up with your fork. And we're going to add tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, lemon zest, and some fresh basil to the dish. So tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, all of these items here are really, really full of fiber, potassium, vitamins like vitamin C and E, lycopene, which all those things are great for reducing our bad cholesterol. They're going to protect our blood vessels in our bodies. It's going to reduce oxidative stress, and it is also going to, they help with plaque buildup around the arteries, decrease the risk of stroke and heart disease. There's the lemon zest. So many benefits of all these vegetables going into this quinoa that's already super beneficial. And remember, the vitamins are going to help all the other foods get absorbed properly, and that way we can get these heart health benefits from the foods that we're eating. Add 8 to 10 minutes of cook time on the salmon. So that is ready to come out. And then I'm gonna put the last few things together here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Ooh, it's wiggling. Perfect medium. So everything is ready. I'm getting ready to plate up. I did grab some blueberries I'm gonna add. They can significantly reduce your risk of cardiovascular diseases like stroke and high cholesterol. They're full of antioxidants. They're another superfood. So let's get to plating. The quinoa with all the vegetables. Tomatoes, cucumbers, some lemon zest. Now we're going to add this amazing looking salmon. There we go, beautiful. We're gonna take some of the lemons that we broiled in there. Gonna give it a squeeze. Ooh, nice and soft, yum. Over the salmon. Remember, use those vitamins to get the benefits, to make sure that we're absorbing all these heart healthy foods that we're eating. So I put these little cute blueberries off to the side, maybe next to that lemon. Just a few of them, because hopefully we had some this morning for breakfast. Half cup in the morning, half cup at night, help that heart. I do want to throw some of the fresh raw walnuts. These walnuts have so many heart benefits as well, including improving your vascular function. They're full of omega-3s and reducing that risk of cardiovascular diseases like stroke, heart attack, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, things like that. Okay, finally, I'm gonna get that yummy edamame. I do that little pan sear in a bit of oil, but it was olive oil and just a quick sear so as not to lose the benefits and nutrients for our cardioprotective diet that they offer. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my Mediterranean style salmon, vegetable quinoa, edamame dish with some blueberries to the side. I hope that I helped provide a nice way of learning how to make a cardioprotective meal. I hope that you enjoy.